G'day guys, welcome back. It is Friday, which means it is time for another games haul video. This week we picked up 5 new games on the 360 and I did go to different places to pick them up, which may surprise you. But anyway, without further ado, let's get in and see what I picked up this week on the 360. So first one on the list this week is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Now I have played one of the Ghost Recons. I can't remember which one it is though, but I remember really enjoying it. And I do love the Tom Clancy games. I played a lot of The Division, although I know The Division isn't the same as all the other Tom Clancy games, but the strategy in these games are absolutely fantastic. So Only the Dead Fight Fair. Oh, we've got another sticker. Only the Dead Fight Fair. Join the legendary ghosts. Ghosts sounds weird. Anyway, deep behind enemy lines, fight in the most complex war zones around the globe. 12-player adversarial mode. Oh, these are all co-op things. So this is probably one of those games that started moving more towards the co-op play. It's around that time where people started doing that. Let's take a look at the non-existent booklet. Yeah, there's not much in here. There's controls, and that's about it. Let's check the disc. The disc is pretty clean, which is a good thing. This one was from Cashies, so thankfully it is a clean disc. One thing that I did want to know with, because I've got another one here that's similar to this, better with Connect sensor. So I don't understand where the Connect sensor comes in and what that's actually going to do for you, whether that is something to do with your body or like, I just don't know. I don't know how sensing where you are in the room changes how activity level, standing active. Can you play this standing up? That is interesting. I might have to take a better look into this and see. That might be something really cool to try as a video, see how the Connect sort of works in this situation. So next up we have Splinter Cell Blacklist. So another Tom Clancy game. Like I said, I'm not going to explain it all again, but I do enjoy the Tom Clancy games. And I really, really like the Splinter Cell games. I think they're fantastic. The stealth in these games are great. I'm a person who really likes stealth games, so when it comes to the Splinter Cell games, they do it fantastically, and I just love it. Your rules, your way. You are Sam Fisher, the only secret operative authority to do whatever it takes. The only secret operative authority to do whatever it takes to stop the Blacklist. A deadly... Oh, there's a sticker there that's blocking what I need to read, but I'm not going to be able to take it off. A deadly something of escalating terrorist attacks. As the leader of a newly formed unit, get access to cutting-edge technology to hunt down your enemies around the world and choose your play style. Play as a ghost, lethal as a something, or brutal in assault. I really wish they wouldn't put the stickers in very important spots. So this one is another Connect sensor one. Voice-enabled, Connect sensor optional. So this one doesn't say activity level, standing, or active. So I wonder if this one is just more so some sort of movement or maybe sound or something. I'm not 100% sure. But 2 Tom Clancy games to start the ball rolling. And like I said, I enjoy the Tom Clancy stuff. So very, very good pickups. And we're starting to get a good library of Tom Clancy stuff. Similar to books, there are so many Tom Clancy games out there. It's insane. But the best thing about these are they're actually pretty good. So I'm not sure if they're based on any of the books or how that works out, but Tom Clancy is a writer and obviously the games just play out really, really well. So good writing, I guess. Those first 2 were from Cashies. I said it a couple of weeks ago, things are starting to get light on over there when it comes to accessible games. Even the more expensive games, there's not many in there. I think there was 2 that were above the price of like 15. So I'm actually going to have to start looking elsewhere. And if I can't get stuff elsewhere, I'm going to have to start ordering online. And I really don't want to do that. So we'll see how we go. I do want to do the EB Games order sometime soon and just bulk order a bunch and see how they get shipped here. But that'll be for another week. So next up on the haul this week, I went to a local pawn shop and last time I went there, he was pretty light on, but this time around, there was actually a fair few games there, which was really, really nice. And I got really lucky because they had a deal going on. It was buy 2, get 1 free. So These each were $8, taking the total up to 16, and then I was able to get one for free. So I paid essentially, 16 divided by 3, whatever that is. It's not a round number. So anyway, first up from there, we got Saints Row 4th. We got Commander-in-Chief Edition, which I don't know what that is or whether that was supposed to come with other stuff, but the United States of America, elevated to the highest position, the Saints have reached presidential status. Having proved their mettle against the rival gangs of Steelport, it's now time to crank things up to a galactic level. What? So, I've never played, I've just seen the cover. I've never played the Saints Row games. This sounds crazy. A galactic level, because this is supposed to be similar to GTA, right? As far as I know. I'm sure if that's not the case, editing Ant will come back up in a second and say that's not the case. But I'm fairly certain it's similar. And I don't understand what it means by galactic level. There's nothing in the booklet, really, apart from explaining your HUD and your inventory and stuff. Let's check the disc. I think all these discs were pretty good. This is done by Deep Silver, or like published by Deep Silver. I mean, it's not bad. It's not the worst. It's not the best either, but anyway. Saints Row. I haven't played any of these. Is this something I should give a shot relatively soon, or is it something that I can leave for a little while? Let me know. But good one to add to the collection. Next up is one that we've already got number 1 for. And look, honestly, I was hoping to get it in better condition, but for the moment, it'll be a good filler for the shelf, and it's the game. I will eventually buy the proper thing, but we've got a rental version of Crackdown 2. Another game that I have actually played the first one of, funnily enough. I have played the first one. I haven't played the second one, though. Justice by any means necessary. 10 years have passed since Pacific City's genetically enhanced agents put a stop to the city's gang problems. Now with the city overrun by mutated freaks and bloodied by vigilante violence, the agency will again bring justice to Pacific City by any means necessary. Blow up the city with your friends, and blow up your friends. So yeah, interesting. Now Crackdown was super cool because it was this shooter adventure game where you've got these superpowers, and it was like big, lots of fast movement, lots of jumping, lots of heavy strength and things like that. Really, really cool concept. I haven't played number 2, and I don't know what this one's like. I would like to tell you what it's like, but the book is just absolutely messed up. So, yeah, like I said, placeholder game. I'm not going to hold on to it forever. The case is mangled, the book's mangled, but I do want to play it. So I was happy to get this one for free. This is the one that I actually picked up for free. Now, the last one we got from the pawn shop is 007 Quantum of Solace. Now, I haven't played a 007 game since GoldenEye on the 64, so I don't even know what they're like, if they're any good. We've got Bond is back, blending first-person shooting and third-person action. Quantum of Solace puts you in control of Bond's greatest weapon, his mind. Enter the ruthless world of international espionage through the single-player story, or test your secret agent skills across the globe with a variety of 12-player multiplayer modes. So yeah, we're really starting to see the rise in that multiplayer aspect that they kept on pushing, and we're getting that more and more with more games we're picking up. So I wouldn't mind looking at which games have that advertised and see if there's like a year that it really, really started. But like I said, I haven't played any James Bond games outside of GoldenEye. I don't know if they're any good. I don't know if they're just absolutely terrible. Let me know in the comments. Have you played any of the James Bond games? It looks like just a standard shooter. We've got the booklet here. It hasn't got much in it at all. It is thicker than normal though. And the disc, what are we looking at? Disc is pretty good too. Actually, that's really clean. What's the Crackdown one look like? Clean, considering it's a rental, which is surprising. So, 5 new games, not bad games at all. I'm really happy with the bottom 2, the Tom Clancy ones, and I'm really happy with picking up Crackdown to at least play it. Actually, you know what? I'm happy with all of them. I would play all of these games. One thing I should note is I haven't got a preference for what games I am picking up. It may seem like I'm just picking up a whole bunch of shooters, but that's just what has been available to me. I really want to go out and explore and try and find some other genre of games. I really want to look for some adventure games and some RPGs, action RPGs. I'd love a bigger variety of games, but for the moment, this is all I've been finding, and I'm fine with that. I've got a lot of games to play. Does this take us up to 200? No, not yet, but there is a lot of games for me to play, and I'm happy that I've got them. I wouldn't mind looking for other games. So in the comments, let me know what your favorite non-shooter or non-racing game is. I'm looking for adventure, action RPGs, just anything outside of the standard FPS, third-person shooters, or racing games, because we've got a lot of them. But yeah, good pickups. Amazing. I'm happy. Let's pop them into the collection, mark them off on sheets, and then we'll get into the next part of the video. So I've been doing the videos for Fable 1, 2, and 3, as I mentioned the last 4 videos or so. And one thing that really stuck out was the fact that I really struggled to finish number 3. I really struggled with it. It felt like a chore, and I just kept on pushing until I was finished. And I hate when I feel like that with games. So that made me think and brought me to the question of the week this week, which is, what game did you struggle to finish? Like, I'm talking one of those games where you're really, really excited to play it. You jumped on and played it, and as you continued, you just couldn't push on, or found it really hard to push on. I get it all the time when I'm super excited for a game. Then as I start to play it, I struggle to actually finish it. And the main one that comes to mind was Far Cry 5. I know it's not retro or like 360 area, but it branches back to playing 3 and 4. I loved number 3. I really enjoyed number 4, not as much as I did at number 3, but still I really liked it. And when it came to number 5, I don't know what happened. I didn't get the same feeling as I did from 3 and 4. And I felt like I was forcing myself to continue playing it, which absolutely sucks, especially when you pay so much for a video game, right? I got to the point where I was actively looking on Let's Play guides and walkthroughs to see at what part of the game I was up to, so that I knew like how long I'd have to finish. And it sucked. I hated that. I don't remember much of the game now. I remember a lot of number 3 and I remember a lot of number 4, but I don't remember much about number 5. I just remember slogging through it, and it sucked. So my question is, what game did you struggle to get through in a similar vein? Or it might not even be in a similar vein. It might have been a game that you picked up and you're just like, you know what? This is terrible. I don't want to play it. I've had that happen before as well. But yeah, let me know in the comments. So we got a game releasing this week. I believe it's this week. I'll pop it up on the screen anyway, and I'm really excited for it. And that is a game called Paper Clay. It is a platformer, 3D platformer, where you move through a crafty kind of world trying to defeat enemies and move through the story. I don't know much else about it other than that. But the thing about it is it's very similar to games like Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64, Yoshi's Woolly World, those old school 3D platformers that a lot of people grew up on. These are the games that a lot of people remember from when they were kids. I've got Banjo-Kazooie back there. Where is it? It's all the way over here. And I've got Donkey Kong 64 right there. That was hard to do. And both of those games are fantastic. So when I seen Paper Clay, I was super excited. The thing about when people use inspiration from games to make new games is sometimes they just don't hit the mark, and we get a game where we're super excited about it, or it looks really, really good, but they've tried too hard to keep it real close to what the original was. And the reason why we still play those originals is because of the nostalgia factor. They're fantastic as well, but they've got an extra added connection attached to it, if that makes sense. So for a game like that to really stand out, it either needs to be on Nintendo or it needs to be really good. So I'm hoping this one is really, really good. It looks fantastic. The world that you run around in looks great. The characters look great. The soundtrack sounds amazing. Funnily enough, the person who did the soundtrack was the same person who did the soundtrack for Banjo-Kazooie. They've got a bunch of people working on it. I think there's someone that's working on it from Sly Cooper as well. So a bunch of old school names, but looks like a really, really cool game. So although this is not the question of the week, what is a game genre or game type that you'd like to see played around with again, like a new game brought out for that sort of genre. We've got things like 3D platformers like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, all those other ones. We've got things like this where it's like a 3D platformer adventure. Crash Bandicoot, not Crash Bandicoot. What's it called? Croc, Donkey Kong, and I just said it before, Banjo-Kazooie, Yooka-Laylee, those sorts of games. It might be that you want to see an old school first-person shooter hallway game like Doom. Let me know in the comments because I'm really, really interested to hear about this. I would like to see a resurgence of retro games, but I don't know how that would actually work out. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. So once again, there's a big thank you for all the people that have subscribed recently. We're slowly making our way to that 50 subscriber point. So if you are watching and you've made it this far and you do like the content, make sure to subscribe to keep up to date with all the videos. There's plans for more content coming along, not just game haul stuff. So if you do want to keep up to date with all that stuff, drop a sub and follow along with the journey. I'd love to have you guys. That's all the time we have for this week. Thank you so much for hanging out and thank you for watching. If you've got any opinions on any of these games, please do let me know. Tell me what I should pick up as well. There's so many games on the 360 that I've never ever heard of. Let me know what games stand out to you and what games I should definitely be on the lookout for. Like I said, I'd love to know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I'll catch you in the next one. And until next time, enjoy your gaming.